I'm going to start. So if Arjun comes, then okay, good. Otherwise, no problem. Just will continue. Okay, so now my server is started. Okay, so we'll close this side window. Then okay, now again this one we have to start. Okay, so already we discussed in the morning, and again it's got disconnected. So very simple. I will go with the one single point only. Okay, so based on connected. So it's a printer is connected. Local printer is connected to our PC, and we will take the print from the local from this PC, right? So and if in case if you have more PCs, then we have to connect connected to the network. Okay, so then we share this printer from the PC. So using this PC's IP address, these other PCs in the network can able to access the printer. Okay, so through the PC like this. Okay, so this PC having an IP address and PC is connected to the network. So other PCs using the network sharing, so they will access this PC. Through this PC, they can access the printer. So without coming to this PC, so they can give print from their own PC. So they can give a print from their PC. Print will come here at this PC. And already I told the problem is if this PC got a problem or maybe it is down, we can't able to access the printer. Okay, and other one is a drivers issue also there. 6432-bit drivers also there. So that is another problem. Next one is network printers. The printer is directly connected into the printer is directly connected to the network. Printer is directly connected to the network. So the printer has a NIC, so its own NIC is there. Okay, Ethernet card is there. So if it is a wired connection, Ethernet card is there. Wireless also available nowadays. Okay, so think like a wired thing. Okay, RJ45 connection is there. Directly we can take a cable and connect it to the switch network. Okay. Now here I no need to depend upon any PC like this. So I can take a print from my PCA2 printer. I can take a print from here. I can give print using network. How? Because printer has a IP address. The printer has a IP address, so we can take a print. Okay, and from B also directly we can take a print. From C also we can take a print. So what is the advantage of this one means is we don't need to maintain a PC to share this printer. Okay, this printer is already having an IP address. Mostly from DHCP server, we can able to assign IP address or connect a printer to a PC or a server. Okay, connect like this, and we can configure the printer. Once setup is done, it's okay. Then we don't depend upon this PC. Okay, we don't require. Next one is, so where we use the network printers, usually medium to large scale organizations where more hosts are there and they are connected to the network. So then better this network printer is easy. But problem is if more number of users are there, more print jobs are in a queue for a network printer. So we can able to attach more printers. So then it will be shared among the printer, like a PCA giving a print to first printer, and PCB using a third printer, and C is using like this second printer, third printer. We can share it. But problem is we have to tell everybody. So this particular group of people should use a printer one, this group printer two, this group printer three, like that. So we can't give every single printer for everybody, right? So that is again administrative jobs, and configuring printers into their own is difficult. Okay, and next, if everybody start giving print to only one single printer, other printers are just taking rest. Okay, they are not. No one is giving print job to the remaining printers. So only one printer is taking complete load. Then this printer works for some time, and after that one it will die. Like if you go to any big Xerox centers, there is a 2-3 Xerox machines are there. Normally at the time of our project time. Okay, so when you go there and the printer will down in middle of printing. So why? Because keep on doing working, so automatically internally it is got overheated and the printer get definitely down, right? So same thing will happen. So if all the load is happening, it is very difficult. Okay. Next, so to solve this problem, so the users don't know which printer is free. Users don't know which printer is free because everybody is giving a print in a random way, either printer 1 or printer 2 or printer 3 instead of that one. So let it make it very easy way. So that is make a pool. Okay, make a pool. Sorry, I'm repeating all these things. Some people are very bored with this third time repetition, but still it is important, and I want to make it one single video. Last time we got a problem. Okay, so just that's why I'm telling very easy, faster way. Okay, I created a printer pool. So then you are giving a print to the pool, not to the a single printer. You do not giving a print to the printer. We are giving a print to a pool. So then what will happen? This pool, in this pool, it will decide so which printer is available. For example, printer 2 is available. So printer 2 will start and it will start printing. Okay, so printer one is busy, printer 2 is available, then printer 2 start printing. Then someone is again giving a print. Now it will check printer 1 is busy, printer 2 also printing something, and printer 3 is free. Then give the job to printer 3. Okay, printer 4 is came up back. Okay, so like again someone is again printing. All three are busy now. Printer 1 is printing, printer 2 is printing, printer 3 also printing, and now a new job is came. Then which one will be print next? So which job will be finished first? So for example, printer 1 is about to finish the job, then it will put a queue into the printer 1 only. Okay, like that it will manage. So it will reduce the delay in getting print. Okay, so like that. To manage this pool and network printers and to control the jobs, we can use a printer server. Okay, print server, we can able to use it. If you are using a domain controller, okay, so if you are using a domain controller in the same environment, so we can control this print. Who can able to take a print, who cannot able to take a print. For example, if you are working in an office, everybody cannot able to take print. So if I go to my head office, then I can't able to take a print. I have to request HR. I will send a document to only few PCs are there, so I will have to send my document. So then they will print it. Okay, that's the only possible. Directly I can't take print because my system not there in their domain. My laptop is not there in their domain. First of all, second one is so we can limit the printer access to particular people only. So then everybody won't take a print. Earlier days, now I didn't not hearing much this one, but first starting last decade, okay, TCS people, Infosys people, Wipro people, starting jobs. So after graduation, almost before they're completing their graduation, means they got a job as a fresher. They have to read a lot. They have to read a lot. Like they have to learn complete Java, complete Oracle, like that. They have to keep on studying. Otherwise, it's yeah, okay. It's connected with the mobile phone. That's it. Okay. 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 So I have to connect with sorry. So a lot of things to study that time, online material less. So the companies give printer for everybody. People are taking prints like a textbook, entire Java textbook, entire this textbook, like they'll start printing it. Okay, so then it's okay. Like in a company also allowed to print, and as well as large printing printers are there, like that. Later on days they start the personal printing. They download a novel and then they start printing. Now most of the companies are very restricted. So any their relatives also give print jobs. Okay, go and get a print for me, like that. Even my friends, some of friends told my brother is working in a Wipro. No problem, I will get all the prints. No problem for us, like that. Okay, so nowadays it is not there. So there is a very limited to the print. Okay, cost of maintenance and everything increased. So it's okay, guys. So this is the thing about the printers. So already in morning we already installed the um, thing, right? So I am to show you that one, and before that one, small um, benefits of printing. Network printing is centralized management. We can manage multiple printers with a one printer server, print server. Simplified troubleshooting, so we can observe whether printer is on, off, kind of stuff, maintaining. Okay, lower the total cost of ownership means each printer you know to go and maintain like this. Okay, listening in a ADDS. This is a very good option. It means printer is a printer and a printer server is, print server is in a printer server, right? Printer server managing these printers. But the printer is just the printer is in network. The printer is in network. But I want to put my printer in, I want to put my printer in my Active Directory database. I want to put my printer in Active Directory database. Normally, it is not in Active Directory database. It's just a printer in a network. That's it. Either like it is a work group or a domain, whatever it is, printer is in just in a network. But what is listing in ADDS means we can add this printer into Active Directory database. So your printer data is printer information, printer availability also in this one. Now the printer is become domain printer. Like we have a domain user, domain computer, domain groups are there, like that. So in the domain, this printer is also one object, one part. Okay, it's the information is going to domain. So it is now belongs to domain. Now we can control the printer. Only domain users can able to print. Others should not print. It means automatically who are in the domain they can able to access it, print it. First, okay, there is a lot of things are there. Actually, we are using class 4 driver model, and you only need to download each and every time each single driver. We can do it's a single driver for multiple devices. It is possible. Driver packages small and install faster, and printer drivers and printer user interface can deployed independently. So many other things also there. Just you can read it. If you can understand, good. Not understand, it's okay now. And we can also give permissions on a print and manage their own print jobs. Print, manage this print, manage the document, kind of permissions we can give to the users. Normally for everyone print is available. Okay, so if you want to manage the printer, then I want to create a user and add the manage this printer permission to him. He can log into the PC, he can manage the printer, so changing its priorities, date and time, kind of stuff. So this is a demonstration, and this is printer pooling. So already tell increase the availability and scalability. Multiple printers we can able to add to the spool. Require all printers same drivers. So similar kind of printers. So one time you can install, that is enough for everything. Require all the printers are in the same location. So physically one single location only. This is branch office printing. What is a branch office printing is normally when you want to access the printer, you should ask your printer server. Okay, you have to ask your print server. So can I take a print? Then print server will give you permission. Okay, you can take a print. Then you can take the print. Okay, print server is like a manager type. So sir, can I take a print? Yes, you can take a print. If you are asking print server, can I take a print? And it will check your user authentication, right? For example, you are not allowed, then say no. If in case your print server is in a head office, your printer and you in a branch office, think like your print server is head office and your printer and you in a branch office. You are sending a request to take a print, okay, to print in your branch office only, but you are sending a request is to main office. In main office, print server take your request and check it. If you are allowed, it say hello. No means no, it will send, right? So printer is at your place and you are in the same office and if the printer is next to you only, but you are sending a request to main office for a take a print, right? Okay. If network is good, your WAN connectivity is good, means internet connectivity is good. Actually, we should say WAN, okay, WAN, okay, wide area network. LAN WAN is there, no? So LAN means your local and WAN means outside of your local, right? So if your WAN network is down or internet is down, you cannot able to send a request to the print server. Now you cannot take the print. So no permission, no access. If permission is denied, then no access anyway. But if permission request is not unable to send, you cannot able to send a request to the print server, and because of that one, you can't able to take a print. That is not good, right? So sometimes print job is more important. Printing is more important than a printing is more important than getting a permission from print server. Then what you will do? So we can enable a feature on the printer called a branch office direct printing. It means if you can able to send request to the print server and send a request and get the permission, take a print. If you cannot able to send a print request to the print server because of WAN connectivity or something is down, no problem. First take the print. Okay. If you can do it, if you cannot, still you can able to do it. Okay. So that is the branch office printing. In a Microsoft, this is one question. You can deploy a printer directly with a / sharing related one, or we can tell in a manually we can add a printer. Then time we can add a network printer, or you can use a group policy to deploy a printer also. Okay, guys, these are the things important to read it once. Okay, if you cannot understand this one, still no problem. Just read it once. At least few points you can understand. This is you can understand. Okay, this is the big one. You can just read once only. This is okay. Printer pooling, you can read it, and branch office direct printing, you can create. You can do it. So this is entirely we can do in a single practical. I will try because again I explain now, so it will take time. Yeah. Here is the thing is already I installed a printer server, right? So how we went install? So we went to server manager, manage. Then I check this one. I check the printed document and add features. Okay. Then that's it, right? So next I click on here. Okay. So finally I install that one. So print and documents, next, print server, next, finish, install. Okay. It is got installed. Now I have to open my printer management. So this is okay. So this is my printer management. I want to add a printer. So print server, and this is a server. This is printer. Right click, add a printer. Okay, last time something is happened in this down, right? Next, auto detect also remove. Here, same thing only. Second option, add a TCP/IP. Okay, TCP/IP device. Uncheck this one, and I'm giving IP address here. 201 I given, right? So like this. Why it is showing like this? 1 second, it is something is happened. Yeah, I already added this printer earlier. So I'm going to delete and I want to show you that one, how to do it again. Okay. So select this option and TCP IP. Don't detect it. 16 0.201. Okay. If you want to put a different name, you can use host name also. You try to find the printer with a 201 IP address. Nothing is there with that one, not only a printer host in my network. Actually, let it find. Okay. Now we can see generic network card, correct? Like keep like that only. Already I told, just read this thing to understand what it is. Ah, okay. The rotation is common. Okay, so sometimes it's common for compass. Now we got it. It is asking you want to use existing or a new driver. New driver. So same like earlier. Okay. So I'm selecting this one, brother. Class for this one. You can select anything, no problem. Okay, but I'm selecting this one. Next. Now it is showing name like this, printer name, share name like this. If you want to share now, you can share it. Otherwise, you can share it later. So I will share it later. So I'm unchecking it. Just I'm add a printer. That's it. Okay. You want to add another printer or a tester page? These are options. No, I don't want. Just I want to add a printer first. This is my printer. Okay. And if you go to ports, you can see a port is added here. Okay. The printer is showing like this with IP address in ports, but in a printer it is showing a printer. If you right click and can you see enable branch printering, this one is disabled. Why it is disabled, I will tell. This is open printer queue, and if you want to go to the printer properties, then you can see, you can share it, this check mark, advanced options are there, pooling options and all. You know already, this is security. I'll print, manage this, print, manage documents kind of stuff. Okay, this one. So here, what I'm going to do is either you can do from here or you can able to do from here also. This is my printer, right click. I want to add another printer. Okay, so I'm going to ports. I'm going to ports, add a port. Okay, add port. and standard TCP IP port, new port. Next, I'm giving another IP. So I want to put at least 2 printers. Okay, 2 printers. Again, it is searching for that port. TCP IP port means IP address. TCP or UDP port means port numbers. TCP IP port means it is IP address. Okay, like IP address. Okay, so it is searching for a device on that one. Okay, very simple. Right click on a printer, properties, ports, add port, and same thing normally. Okay, so actually it is load same drivers only. And this is, let it search. For a few people it will come very little bit faster. Some people it will take at least half an hour also. So don't worry when it is happening. See, very simple. Go to next only. You can see generic network card. That's it. No need to change anything. Just next. You can see device name, port name, and generic card like this. Okay. And protocol is port number 9100 is using. Finish it. Close. Now completed, right? Now what I'm going to do is I want to create a pool. Enable pooling. Enter printer pooling. I am going to enable the printer pooling like this. So this is the new port I added. I didn't say any printer kind of stuff. Just it's a port is added. That's it. Now what I done? I enable printer pooling. I enable the printer pooling. Already the check mark is there. I check both the things. I make sure both IP addresses are get checked. Both IP got checked. Don't check any other things. Only check these 2 things. Okay. Now can you see the first one 201 having a name, 202 don't have any name because the 202 I didn't mention any printer there. Just port only I added. Just click on apply. Now can you see, because of both are in the same pool, both are in the same pool. Okay, the first one's printer drivers are loaded to second one. Okay, 201 printer drivers are is name. The same thing is came here. Okay, so now both are in a both are in a same pooling. Okay, apply. Okay, no, apply. Okay, now so can you see this is it's showing one printer only here. If you refresh also, it's showing one printer only. I am refreshing completely. Why it is not refresh? Okay, I'm refreshing this one. It is showing only single printer only, but actually it is the 2 printers are there inside. 2 printers are there inside. Okay, now I'm going to this printer only. Right click again, properties, sharing. I'm sharing this printer. If you want to share with the same name or different name, you can do it. And one more is there. What is it? This one. You know, render print job on a client computer means the client is, whenever the client is given a print, so automatically the print job is in a client computer only. He will handle the print jobs. I'm not. Okay, so it is unchecked. So I am checking this one also. So 3 check marks are there. Okay, totally put a 3 check marks. List in the directory. It means my printer is adding to active directory. My printer is adding to active directory. So apply. Now just it is refreshed backside, and I'm right click on it. Can you see this feature is enabled? You know, there is a picture like this. That is a question. So if you want enable, then you have to click on it in a Microsoft exam. Okay, so this is also an exam that you have to select an area to do some work like that. Okay, so why it is enabled now? Why? Because of we put a printer in active directory. If you don't put a printer in active directory, Okay, so Active Directory database, this will be disabled. Okay, guys, the printer and printer pooling is completed. Okay, printer and creating a printer pooling is completed. This is for a drivers management part, and this is forms, which type of print documents are there. So this is how we can able to add a printer and how to create a pool and how to create a pool, and as well as list in the directory, sharing the thing. Okay, how to access this one? Okay, so you can give Control P. You can see printer is there. Don't think it is finished. Important thing is client. Client should get a printer, right? So how to get it? You can open the server sharing and we can do it. Okay. To do that one, I want to deploy this printer through group policy. So I am opening group policy management. I'm opening group policy management. We have 4 minutes. Can we do in a 4 minutes? So I'm going to create a new policy. The policy name is printer policy. Okay, policy name is printer policy. Very simple. Click OK. Policy is created, but I'm not editing the policy. Just I'm directly linking the policy on domain. On domain. Okay, on domain, I right click, link the policy. So the under directly on domain means this policy is applying to every user in the domain. Every user in the domain will get this policy. But the policy is empty policy. No settings are there. Okay, no settings are there. These settings will get it. So sorry, this is the minimize, right? This is the printer. Now I want to deploy this printer. This is the printer, right? I'm going to deploy with a group policy. Deploy with a group policy. Right click on the printer, deploy with a group policy. Okay, and I'm browsing group policy name. I can see my printer policy here. Okay, printer policy. Can you see printer policy? I want to add this policy under user, not on a computer. So I select the user, add. Now this printer information is added to my policy. Apply. Sometimes it will rotate. It will take time also. Sometimes it will fail. So be careful. So what to do? Click on a browser and then select your printer policy. That's the names are important. Okay. Then once it is came, select the user that this policy GPO. Click on add, and then it will be come here. Okay. Then click OK. Now group policy is completed. Now I want to refresh this one and go to the printer policy. Can you see automatically these settings? Okay, I click on show all, right? Yeah. Can you see automatically this policy? You don't need to do anything, just that information is added. Very good. Only 2 things: GP update in both server and client. So client not yet login, right? So this is the anyway login. So I'm going to log in. If it is deployed here, no problem. Otherwise, again it is update, sign out, sign in. Okay, so we'll verify this one. Last minute tension, guys. We have 1 minute to disconnect. So once it is disconnected, connect again. 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes break and then connect. So like 2:05. Okay, come back at 2:05. 5 minutes break. Okay. This is always later. Okay. Something, Control P, just I want to see the printer is showing here or not. Okay, that is not our printer. This is our printer. Can you see? This is our printer. Printer is there. Okay, on W16S1, it is there. Can you see on W16S1? That is printer is there. And another one is control panel. Yeah, client volume. Practical is completed actually. Practical is completed. Okay. Yeah, you can go to control panel, devices. Come back at 3.5. Okay. So you can see in a control panel, devices and printers. You can see the printer. Okay, that's what I'm saying.